Sam's Club serves up deals for days, but are they as good for your heart as they are for your wallet? From bacon mac to Danishes and burgers, these member faves turn into junk in your trunk. There are few dishes as popular as macaroni and cheese, but this pasta and cheddar-based meal can be a serious calorie bomb. While some have experimented with ingredients like cauliflower noodles or vegetable broth to develop lighter takes on the classically heavy dish, Sam's Club's Members Mark 5 cheese bacon macaroni is far from healthy eating. A 40-ounce tray features noodles, mozzarella, parmesan, cheddar, romano, and mascarpone cheese. Plus, thick, salty chunks of bacon turn every bite into a savory flavor blast. But all these heavy ingredients come at a price. Just 1 cup packs 21 grams of fat, 70 milligrams of cholesterol, and 810 milligrams of sodium, which could really take a toll on your cholesterol and blood pressure. When you think about a typical trail mix, nuts, raisins, and chocolate pieces probably come to mind. But Sam's Club did something different with its Members Mark Tropical Trail Mix, offering chunks of dried pineapple, mango, papaya, coconut, and banana in the bag. While we love the island vibe, there's still a question mark as to whether or not to actually eat it on your next adventure. The mix is extremely high in sugar, with 20 grams per quarter cup serving, and you know you're not going to eat just one tiny handful.
I work out a lot, so that's helpful.
Cool.
Athletes also won't find the protein load that muscles need for recovery. A sprinkle of walnuts and cashews, which are both good sources of protein, amount to just 1 gram of protein per serving. There are less sugar-filled, more protein-heavy trail mix options on the market. Hot dogs are a summer barbecue staple, so when you see the 12-count quarter-pound beef franks by Members Mark, you may be tempted to stock up. But even though the label proudly declares that it has no flavor enhancers or byproducts, there are other things to consider, namely the sodium content. With 1,090 milligrams of sodium per frank, a single hot dog provides nearly half of the average person's max recommended daily sodium intake. And consuming 2 is actually over the daily threshold, especially for kids whose recommended daily sodium intake is much lower. Since an overload of sodium can cause longer-term issues like heart disease or a stroke, you may want to consider whether or not you want to throw all that salt on the grill. Sam's Club is often given high marks for its whole rotisserie chickens, so is it any wonder that this same coveted meat makes a tasty shredded base for a pan of enchiladas? Sam's Club's Members Mark chicken enchiladas are prepared fresh daily with soft flour tortillas, cheese, and red enchilada sauce. But before you let this spicy goodness fill your home with its seductive smell, be prepared for the plateful you're about to chow down on. It comes with some shocking nutrition stats. When you add up all the cheese, chicken, sauce, and other additives included in the dish, you'll see skyrocketing sodium. Just 1/2 of a single enchilada reportedly dishes up a whopping 1,570 milligrams worth, and that's 3,140 milligrams if you eat a whole serving. There are also 110 milligrams of cholesterol accompanying the half-serving size, so get your enchilada on at your own risk. It's one of the most celebrated products in the Sam's Club bakery, Members Mark Double Chocolate Muffins. These colossal baked fresh treats create a cocoa lover's dream with rich dark chocolate and chocolate chunks. But as you probably guessed, anything made with this much chocolate can't be innocent in the calories department.
You'll get a stomachache if you swallow it like that.
Each muffin comes in at a whopping 640 calories a pop, but that's not the only nutritional offense. There are also 80 grams of carbs and 47 grams of added sugar in each muffin. Consuming too much added sugar has been associated with insulin resistance, which can lead to obesity, type 2 diabetes, or a fatty liver. Of course, enjoying one of these decadent muffins every now and then is a different story. The Members Mark white and chocolate cupcakes with buttercream frosting come in an extra-large 30-count tray covered in delightful rainbow sprinkles. It's the perfect treat for a celebration, but brace yourself for a calorie and sugar-heavy party punch. Each of these cupcakes manages to sneak in over 32 grams of sugar, 43 carbs, 16.5 grams of fat, and more than 18 grams of cholesterol. Impressive numbers for such a relatively small treat. And considering that it's common to grab more than one, it's quite possible for these numbers to double or even triple before you know it.
That's what VIPs do.
Yeah, same.
If you want to keep your sugar, carbs, fat, and cholesterol in check, skipping these Sam's Club cupcakes and opting for a healthier option might be your best bet. If you don't have the time to make your own grilled cheese sandwich before heading out the door, Sam's Club has you covered. Members Mark Grilled Cheese on Texas Toast offers a box of 8 individually wrapped frozen sandwiches ready to be toasted at your leisure. But if it sounds too good to be true, it sort of is, at least when it comes to nutrition. While the overall calorie count of each sandwich hovers around 390, just check out the sodium content to reveal the truly shocking aspect of this nutrition label. Every grilled cheese sandwich comes with 1,010 milligrams of sodium, nearly half of an adult's daily intake in one fell swoop. Given this discovery, a fresh-made sandwich from your fridge might be better than frozen after all. A tuxedo cake is all about black tie formal wear in dessert form. It's a baked creation consisting of a black chocolate cake base and white vanilla ganache filling, which mimics a fancy tuxedo. Because of its elegant features, the cake makes a perfect addition to the table for any formal event. Sam's Club sells its own variation on the theme with the Members Mark Tuxedo Bar Cake. This luscious treat features multiple rich layers with decorative chocolate swirls to top it all off and keep anyone coming back for more.
You see, the thing about classy is it's a state of mind.
Of course, for all of its decadent beauty, the celebrated Sam's Club cake isn't as good looking on the nutrition side. Expect to get around 400 calories, 24 grams of fat, 45 grams of carbs, and 32 grams of sugar in a single slice, along with a side of GMOs. Written on the label is the admission that the cake contains bioengineered food ingredients. We appreciate the heads up in this case, though it may not be doing any favors on sales. Danishes are flaky pastries that originated in Austria and Denmark and grew to worldwide popularity thanks to their buttery outside crust and savory or sweet filling. Sam's Club offers a variety of flavors of these treats in its bakery department that are prepared fresh daily, with customer favorites like apple, cherry, or cream cheese topping the list. Clearly, you have options as to which mouth-watering pastry to pair with your morning cup of joe. But when it comes to the wholesaler's cream cheese-flavored Danishes in particular, there are a few questionable nutritional elements that you might want to keep in mind. Each Sam's Club cheese Danish contains 90 milligrams of cholesterol, as well as 25 grams of total fat, 15 grams of which are saturated fats. Considering the American Heart Association recommends that the average adult eats no more than 13 grams of saturated fats per day, 15 grams takes it overboard. That might be enough to convince you to try another flavor, or maybe skip the Danishes altogether. Fried rice can be a notoriously high-sodium food, with soy sauce and other briny additions commonly used to develop the flavor profile of the dish. The salt content can add up quickly. Sam's Club offers its own pre-made microwavable fried rice meal, and in the case of this chicken fried rice recipe, the high-sodium stat rings true. Members Mark chicken fried rice comes in a pack of 6 frozen entrees delivering savory rice, carrots, chicken, bacon, peas, and green onions in every bite. Though this quick and convenient meal brings some serious flavor to the table, it also packs a whole lot of sodium, with over 1,100 milligrams in a single bag. Given that one pouch contains nearly half the recommended daily amount of sodium for adults, this product raises some eyebrows.
Okay, that's enough. Stop, please.
Since elevated sodium is often a feature of pre-packaged fried rice, taking the time to cook a homemade batch using a reduced sodium soy sauce might allow you to enjoy this meal without all the extra salt. Eating too much red meat, as in the case of burgers or steak, has been linked to cancer, stroke, and cardiac events, but this is generally attributed to proteins with high levels of saturated fat. An overload of saturated fats can lead to cholesterol buildup in the arteries over time, which becomes the perfect storm for poor health. Opting for lower-fat burger options is one way to remedy the situation, but you won't find that option in Sam's Club cheese and bacon stuffed beef products. If you were hoping to grill up a few Members Mark cheddar and bacon Angus beef patties, you may want to reconsider. Just one patty has 36 grams of fat, over half the total recommended daily amount, as well as 15 grams of saturated fat. While moderation is always key, all that delicious bacon and cheese is definitely gonna cost you. These nutrition stats are worth keeping in mind when choosing which Sam's Club favorite to dish up next.